right, we're trying to help out Aiden this morning on the 7:15 second date update. He is very confused because he goes, listen, I listened to the 7:15 second date update and people say, oh, nothing never happened. And then something crazy happens. He goes, I know what you guys ask. I know how this goes. I'm telling you, we had a good conversation. No politics. I didn't do anything crazy. I didn't smell bad. I'm just telling you, I covered all my bases.
Well, and I asked him too if she was into him, and he's like, oh, definitely. We talked about going out again. He goes, but he's had like no contact from her. He's like, she's just gone.
All right, so we are going to try to call her right now and see if we can get her on the phone.
Hello.
Hi, good morning. Is this Brittany?
Yes, who's speaking?
Hey, Brittany. This is actually JR, Lana, and Kevin over here at 99.5 QIK. How you doing?
I'm fine.
Good. That's the proper response, by the way, when a radio station calls you.
I'm fine.
Listen, we want to see if we could talk to you for a minute on the air. Just a couple minutes. Would you have just a spare few minutes for us this morning?
Well, I mean, I do have to go to work, but I mean, I guess just if it's quickly.
Okay, great. We want to ask you about this guy, Aiden, that you went on a date with, and I'll just tell you what we know. We know you guys met online. You guys went to the Salt Shack. He said that he had a great conversation with you. A lot of things you guys talked about you guys seem to line up as far as interests go and what you guys want to do, and goals and all that. Just basically, he was really into you, and he really wants to see you again, and he's just really confused why he hasn't heard from you since the date, and I guess he has reached out to you.
Aiden's a nice guy, but this was our first date, and there's just nothing he did that made me feel special. It was just a very kind of blah date, and a woman needs to feel like she's the most attractive person in the room, especially on the first date. You got to kind of, he didn't bring any flowers, he didn't order champagne, he didn't compliment my dress or my hair or my smile or anything.
Oh.
He's a good conversationalist, but I could have a conversation with my mom. I don't or my girlfriend. I don't need a date to just be a conversationalist. I need him to make me feel like I am the prettiest girl there, and to make a really good impression. I mean, it's the first date, right? It's supposed to be over the top.
Okay, so you're saying you didn't feel special because he didn't kind of go over the top with things.
He didn't even reach for the top. He didn't even come. It was way in the mid. It was just like, going to lunch with your brother or something.
Ouch.
Aww.
I mean, he's a nice guy, but he just didn't create any sparks. And, that's really his job as a man.
Whoa.
So it was just nice to meet him, and I just kind of let it go at that.
I didn't even know guys bring flowers on first dates still. I mean, I know that's kind of an old-fashioned thing. Is that something people do?
You've been out of the game for a little bit.
But okay.
Well, let me ask you this. You said he's a great conversationalist. Would you be willing to talk to him right now? Because we actually have him on the other line. Would that be okay, Brittany, if we brought him back on?
Oh, you're gonna anyway, so go ahead.
Well, I appreciate that. Aiden?
Yeah, hey. How you doing? I'm a little confused. I kind of heard what you were saying, and I felt like I was a gentleman. I paid for the date. I even I walked you to your car, and it is like kind of the first date. So I don't know. I don't know how do men just bring flowers on the first date? I don't know. I never got that memo.
Yes. Yes, they do. Every man that I date does, and
wow.
But there was no spark with us. There was nothing that you tried to just spark a little bit to light a fire, because that's what dating is about, is lighting that fire. And there wasn't even a smolder.
Oh man.
Oh, okay. I mean, I thought there was. I definitely thought we had more than just brotherly conversation and sisterly. I'm sorry I wasn't over the top, is I guess what I'm trying to say. I thought you should, kind of, like the second date. I don't know. This is kind of not fair to me. I don't know. I feel like I need a do-over, maybe,
There are no do-overs in life. You get one chance at a first date.
Right.
And now I'm always just going to think of you in that friend, brother, cousin zone. You're a good guy, and I'm sure that there's a great place for good guys in the world, but it's not today me. You got to be better.
So this is for sure a no? Like, you would want to see him again at all? I mean, now that he knows what you're looking for? I mean, if he'd be willing to, I don't know. I hate to even ask him to step up, but I'm just saying, would he
well, brings you flowers?
Yeah, I mean, would you be willing to give him a shot?
The problem is that I had to ask. I'm not going to sit here and dictate our relationship for the rest of our lives and tell him everything he should and should not do. He's a man. He should know what to do. And that's what sweeps women off their feet is, men to do. So I'm not swept. My feet are on the ground, and I'm going to sadly just walk forward.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow. All right. Well, listen, I think, Aiden, you're going to look back at this day sometime and be like, you know what? It didn't work out for a reason. So I do appreciate you reaching out to us, Aiden. I'm sorry we couldn't make a second date happen. Brittany, I know you got to get to work, so thank you for your time, and you guys have a great day.
Thanks, guys.
Okay.
All right. Thanks.
Thank you.
Like I said, he'll look back and be like, I'm so glad I did not go back out with that woman again. She was a lot. Because she said it wasn't like he just showed him was like a slob. She said he was nice. He was a conversationalist. And
But she said if she wanted to go with her brother, she'd go with her brother.
But I mean, that's insane to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought she was a lot, but maybe she wasn't asking too much. I want to know what you think. 800-992-1099. 800-992-1099.